That's his son.
You think that's his son?
Yeah. First of all, Jay-Z offered him money. At first, he offered him bread, like, and everything, but his aunt didn't, like, approve of it. She said, no, Jay-Z got a lien on her house and all type of shit that was going on. The lady put up paperwork and everything with his name on it and all that. I mean, but Young Boy's so thorough, though, he just want a dad. He not trying to get no money. He not trying to do none of that. But something happened to him, and I was like, yo, that sound kind of weird. He said he was coming out from work, going to work, and it was a gun in his car. Like, when he opened the door, he seen the gun. He said he went to go, like, call his man, like, yo, did you leave a gun in my car? His man's like, no. He said, why you on the phone talking to his man? The cops pull up and lock him up. He said, he told the cops, no, that's not my gun. He's like, so he went in the building he was in, and they seen that somebody pulled up and put the guns in his car.
Oh.
And pulled off. I said, I don't know nobody in the hood that got guns to just waste like that to do that. I don't know what. He's like, yeah, so like Jay-Z had a gag order against him, like trying to get a gag order and try to. And my thing is, if this is not my son, I'll just take a test, get over with. Yeah.
What if I told you Jay-Z has been hiding a secret son for over 2 decades? And now a DNA test just proved it. What if I told you Beyonce's own father, Matthew Knowles, just lost it and is now calling Jay-Z out? Everything you thought you knew about hip-hop royalty is about to change. Because this scandal is deeper, darker, and more personal than anyone imagined. The news of the DNA...
Do you believe wholeheartedly that Jay-Z is your father?
I really do. And if it's not, why you can't prove me wrong? Like, it's not as far as a proving me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have to do. Like, it's not, you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth. Honestly, I can take a no. I can take, if I'm embarrassed at the end of the day, I can take that. I really can. I've been through a lot. I've seen a lot. I could take me being embarrassed. Like, this can't take nobody not saying nothing.
DNA test hit like a thunderstorm. Quiet court documents that had been buried for years suddenly saw the light of day. And what they revealed shook the internet to its core. A 30-year-old man named Rymir Satterthwaite was confirmed to be Jay-Z's biological son, according to leaked legal documents that were meant to stay hidden. These weren't rumors or online gossip. These were real court files. The twist? Jay-Z had allegedly done everything in his power to keep them sealed. For years, whispers about this case floated around, but no one had solid proof. Until now. The minute those files leaked, the whole narrative around Jay-Z changed. And while his team once brushed off these claims, their sudden silence after the leak is raising red flags everywhere. If it was really nothing, why go to such great lengths to keep it quiet? But this story goes back much further. It started in the early 1990s, when a woman named Wanda claimed she had a brief fling with Jay-Z before he became the billionaire mogul he is today. She said Rymir was the result of that affair. Jay-Z denied everything. He refused to take a paternity test for years, saying he didn't even know the woman. But Rymir and his legal team kept fighting. They filed paperwork, made court appearances, and pushed for a DNA test. Still nothing happened. Rumors
never try to contact me in any type of way, and that's all I'm asking is, like, because I honestly really want the case to be over with. Like, I've been going through, just like I said, a lot, and as I said, I'm not chasing nobody. I'm not trying to do this to make somebody seem like a bad person, a bad father. I'm not trying to make nobody seem like a bad person or nothing. I'm just really coming out here for the truth. I don't want no money or anything. I wasn't looking for none of that. I just want to know the truth. And if I can't go to the courts and get the truth, like, what is it really? Why you? What is it? I just really want it over. It's something that's really affecting my life, and I just want it over with.
Swirled that Jay-Z's lawyers used delay tactics, dragging the process out until it faded from public attention. Meanwhile, Rymir grew up in struggle. He watched from a distance as Blue Ivy, Jay-Z's daughter with Beyonce, lived a life of luxury. He didn't want the money. He wanted the truth.
Way beyond, I feel like, right now I feel like I got a bigger fight. This is part of my life, so I won't stop fighting for, the paternity or anything else. Whatever I put my mind to, I fully go. I was hoping that it wasn't true, but if it is, honestly, you cannot do things like that. You will get what you deserve. I don't know what them guys was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking. If it's true, only he can respond and get himself out of this.
He wanted the truth. In a heartbreaking statement, Rymir said, "I just want to be acknowledged." His words caught fire online. People started paying attention. They started questioning everything. And then came the bombshell within the Knowles family. Matthew Knowles, Beyonce's father and former manager, reportedly exploded with anger after learning the DNA results. He wasn't just upset, he was furious. Sources say he's always been protective of Beyonce's image and the family name. And now, with Jay-Z's scandal making headlines, he feels betrayed. People close to him claim he called this the final straw, hinting that he might cut off all contact with Jay-Z. Matthew didn't just see this as personal, he saw it as damaging to everything the Knowles Carter brand was built on. It wasn't just about a secret child. It was about the shame, the deception, and the ripple effect it could have on their legacy. And while all this was happening, Beyoncé stayed silent. But her silence only fueled the fire. People began analyzing her every move, her posture, her facial expressions, her solo appearances. Some said she looked drained, distant. She recently showed up to an event without Jay-Z, sparking even more rumors. Was she pulling away? Was she trying to protect her image? Her children? Nobody knows for sure. But fans noticed. They always do. And they started asking the hard questions. Could this finally be the moment Beyoncé decides to walk away? Could the strongest couple in music be falling apart in front of our eyes? Meanwhile, fans weren't just watching, they were reacting. Social media exploded. Twitter was flooded with posts like, "We been new," and "Jay-Z needs to step up." Some users pointed to Beyoncé's Lemonade album, claiming it had hidden clues about the secret child all along. Others said Jay-Z's image of a changed man was nothing more than clever PR. A campaign even started, demanding Jay-Z acknowledge Rhymer publicly and pay years of back child support. For many, this wasn't just celebrity drama. This was about truth, accountability, and justice. And the internet was not letting go. Now the question on everyone's mind is, what happens next? Legal experts say the case could be reopened if a court finds Jay-Z intentionally dodged the DNA test. And there are rumors that Rhymer's legal team is preparing a new filing based on the leaked documents. Insiders claim Jay-Z is working overtime behind the scenes to control the narrative. And Beyoncé's team?
To get fair due process, they just been, I don't know, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a judge, so I can't get in there and actually know fully what's going on. I'm only there to, say what I believe in, and, you guys can put me on a lie detector test, anything else you want me to do. I always been here to stand on the truth. I told them, if it was wrong, I'm a man, I can apologize, but for me to go in there and ask for fair due process and not get it, and they just throw you all around like you're a rag doll, I just find that to be crazy, and I really think we need to change that. Like, it's craziness, I'm not asking for nothing. I always been on here. I wasn't never asking for nothing. People can say what they want. As I said, I work, I'm doing great. I gotta take care of my kids. Like, I'm driving a nice car, I'm getting nice income. So it's not like I never been here asking for nothing or trying to get 15 minutes of fame. So people just gotta realize that these court systems and these people that's out here and controlling these people that's in the court systems, we need to change it, because if we can't go and get fair due process, what are we all paying taxes and all this for?
They're reportedly trying to create as much distance between her and the scandal as possible. But how far can you run when the truth is chasing you? Will Jay-Z finally come forward and claim the son he's ignored for decades? Or will he keep hiding, hoping the storm passes? This story is far from over, and every day brings a new twist. What would you do if your favorite celebrity was hiding a secret child for 30 years? Do you think Beyoncé will finally walk away? Or will she stand by Jay-Z again? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because the internet is watching this one unfold in real time. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for the latest tea, and hit that bell so you never miss what's next in this wild saga. What makes this situation even more heartbreaking is the silence from Jay-Z himself. Not once has he stood in front of a camera, looked the world in the eye, and explained his side of the story. And while some might say he's protecting his family, others believe that silence is just another way of avoiding responsibility. Imagine being a child growing into adulthood and constantly hearing that your father, one of the most powerful men in music, refuses to even acknowledge you. Rhymer didn't ask for this life. He didn't chase fame or fortune. All he ever wanted was a name, a place, and the truth. And while Jay-Z continues to live in a mansion with his wife and children, Rhymer's been out here scraping for answers, caught between lawyers, press stories. The most painful part of this entire situation is that it could have been avoided. All it would have taken was one honest conversation,